Yeah, I'm all right with special editions. I mean, it's like I said, it has to do with competition.
Yes.
It's also getting limited exclusive DLC, time release DLC for the PlayStation 4 over Xbox and PC.
Yes, that is true.
I've been seeing a lot more PS perks lately over Xbox.
That's because Xbox destroyed PlayStation in the console wars last generation.
What?
With time exclusive releases, yes.
Oh, they did.
Yeah,
Yes,
and that's
100%.
PlayStation's kind of. I'm seeing a lot more from PlayStation now.
Oh yeah.
Well, they're spending more money this year. That's what it is.
They have more money to spend.
Well, there you go. Yep.
They're selling consoles.
And why do they sell more consoles? Because the PS4 is better. Again, sorry, Microsoft.
It is no myth.
I'm not saying the PlayStation is better.
I am.
They both have their perks.
Okay.
But the reason PlayStation is better, and we've talked about this at length, is that Microsoft shot themselves in the foot, saying, "All right, you have to connect to Xbox Live once every 24 hours, or you get locked out of your system."
Yes.
That's the big issue.
And the no trading of the games. That killed it too.
Games are console locked. That killed them. And even though they fixed everything, they're going to be digging themselves out of that hole for a long time.
Yeah, absolutely.
Whereas last reported, PlayStation sold 22 million consoles already, and Xbox sold like 13 or 14 million.
Wow.
Yeah, there's no.
Is this just U.S. or is this international?
This is worldwide.
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 Yeah. PlayStation's still like owning everything right now.
Next biggest market is also Japan, and that's Sony's territory. They own.
Oh, absolutely.
Xbox can't get a foot on there if they tried.
They started growing at the end of.
And I hope they do, because again, the better that game goes out, then the more money gets put into the systems, more developers get chances.
Yeah.
So, we wouldn't have Destiny if Microsoft didn't fund Bungie for how long. So,
sure.
we made out with that in the long run. I think both sides did.
Yeah.
It's a great thing. That's
Yeah,
what you want.
well, and also with that now, it has been confirmed that Titanfall 2 is going multi-platform.
Yes.
Oh, Titanfall 2.
Multiplayer.
Yeah, that's right.
I enjoyed-
You mean
you can check that out on our
District 9?
YouTube channel.
I enjoyed the original Titanfall.
Yeah.
We actually have Adam made a cool video on
District
there.
9 too?
Yeah, Adam made a cool video on our YouTube channel. Go to youtube.com/refragnation.
That's not working yet. The link's down below, though.
Well,
We need so many subscribers to get a custom link.
I failed on that one, guys. I'm sorry. But either way, he made a cool video about the announcement of the Titanfall 2.
Yeah,
So,
it's been
you go ahead and
confirmed
check that out.
in development, and then they just I speculated in the video that it was going to be multi-platform, but they did confirm it is multi-platform.
See, that's pretty cool.
That is
I like
cool.
that.
I enjoyed the first Titanfall. A lot of people said, but I thought it was a
so
good game.
bad.
I played it on PC.
I enjoyed it.
I played it on PC, and my big thing
It was
was
a little glitchy, but
there was tons of hackers.
yeah, that too.
And they need to incorporate a campaign, a legit campaign.
Yeah, it didn't have one at all.
Yeah.
I thought it was cool. I thought it was pretty lame.
No,
That's true. I mean, really, all you had was the.
Games have done that before. There was a game for the PS3. I can't remember the name. Mag.
Massive massive action game.
Yeah.
Multiplayer. Yeah, it was
Had lots of potential.
like 250.
It was 124 and 256. Yeah.
250 online
At
at the
one
same
time.
time.
Wow.
First-person shooter.
It was insane.
It had so much potential, but there was only like 4 or 5 maps at launch. And at one point, you had to pick a faction.
Yes.
And then you couldn't switch factions until you hit max level.
Okay.
And what happened is everybody, they started, they hit max level. Everybody would go to one faction, and then everybody else was screwed. So it had potential, but they didn't think it out too well.
Yeah.
Well, you know what I want to talk about now, guys?
What?
Evolve. We're not going to talk too much about it. I just want to touch base. Recently, I think this past Tuesday,
Yeah.
Evolve.
Green screen.
Great screen. We're going to fight today.
Squirrel.
Squirrel.
Keep going.
Because I'll just wave our hands through the rest of the podcast. We'll get it.
That's going to be horrible when I edit this, by the way.
Yeah, that's okay. We'll figure it out. But either way, let's go back to Evolve. They added 4 new hunters and 1 new monster.
Really?
Which I thought was
Did you have to pay?
definitely useful. You had to pay for them prior.
Oh my goodness.
But
See, that's my big thing with Evolve. It's like 2K makes some quality games, but they also put out shit.
yeah, this we actually we have it on console.
I played it on PC.
PC, yeah. I'm sorry, we have it on PC. And from day one, I played it all night. Launch. I streamed it. I was like in love with it. The next day, I went to go log in and play it again. I was like, man, what? Man,
I just lost interest so fast. And I didn't even play the launch. I played the beta with Adels, who's in chat. Matt, he's one of my good buddies. He's in our speedrunners video on YouTube. Really good guy.
Okay.
That was a very good video.
Yeah, that was good. Yeah.
That was a good video.
So me and him play games all the time. Love the kid to death. He's from England.
Wow.
Yeah. But so anyway.
That's across the ocean, correct?
Yeah, correct.
Oh, okay. I've heard of the place.
This is a geography class, Marty.
You don't do geography.
Yeah.
Good subject for me.
But anyway, so We played it the beta, and we played maybe 3 or 4 matches, and all right, this is what the game is. That it could be fun if you have a whole squad of people playing.
Yeah.
But if you're going in there with random people, it's damn near impossible because nobody talks. You need communication. It's squad based versus a monster, and you can't.
A lot of games are like that now.
You can't just go and do that.
I agree with you 100% on that. That was my biggest gripe, was the fact that you get in there, and if you don't have somebody with you, at least I had Shadow's Blood, another member of Refrag Nation, kind of, he's like a sidekick. He's like our mascot.
He's the mascot.
He's our mascot.
He's our water boy.
One of these days we'll bring him up in
He's
here.
a phenomenal gamer.
And he's just going to sit in the background. He's amazing at playing video
Just
games.
stand there and stare at this.
Probably one of the best players of video games I've ever
You know what?
really met.
I was talking to him yesterday about Bloodborne, and he's stuck in a part that I just breezed through.
Well, I'm going to tell him you said that.
I told him myself.
That's a whole different topic. But I played it with him, and that was the only time it was ever actually fun. Otherwise, I was just finding the neatest way I could possibly die from the monster.
Yeah.
I've never
That's what I
played the
was
game,
doing.
but from what I get out of it, it's kind of like a Left 4 Dead is kind of what I feel
It's-
the game style.
I wouldn't go as far as Left 4 Dead. To me, those are two different games.
It's too squad based. Well, Left 4 Dead, you could one person can carry Left 4 Dead.
Yeah.
Evolve, you need shooters.
you need the teamwork.
You need casual. You don't need casual. You need actual tactical strategy.
Each character has a specific role.
Well, yeah. There's like somebody can heal you, and there's like a
Okay.
tanky or good person. But then stop that. But anyway,
Wait, what?
I said stop that to your thing.
Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I got called, guys.
My big thing with Evolve is it was a cash grab from the beginning where they're like, all right, we put so much money into this, we need to have a metric ass load, which is 128 gallons, by the way. An ass load is 128 gallons.
I didn't know.
Yeah,
I
it's
asked you to hold 120 gallons.
No, that it's an ass. A butt load is actually a physical.
A butt load is actually a unit of measurement. I
It
think.
is.
Yes.
Yeah,
It's a real thing.
But anyway, so
Wow.
yeah, but
Wait a
anyway.
minute. I'm fascinated by this. We're off topic here, but wait a minute.
No, but they have like a cash grab, and the developers came out and said, no, we need to be able to pay our people to feed them.
I'm sorry. Jeff got attacked by his pen over there, guys. I'm just laughing at that. He got attacked. His hand is covered in ink.
The day I stabbed myself with my pen.
Anyway, what's next on topic?
All right, guys. The last thing we want to talk about before we open up to something that we've been doing for the past couple of weeks, which we'll bring up. But I know this is not necessarily totally game related, but we're all super excited about it. I'm sure if anybody else has seen it, you would be too. Deadpool. The movie Deadpool is finally coming out, and it is going to be R-rated. Thank God it is going to be R-rated, because if it was PG-13, I might have struck my computer, but it is R-rated.
I actually loved the announcement trailer for that it was going to be R-rated. It's Slayer from
Saved by the
Bell.
Mario Lopez.
Mario Lopez, and he's sitting there, he's talking to Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah.
He's like, unfortunately, like the studio went with a PG rating, and then Deadpool comes out of the back behind Mario Lopez, hits him with a chair. He's like, yeah, it's going to be R-rated.
It wasn't a chair, it was actually a light.
Oh, right, and then
Light
he just says, Jesse, you can't hurt Jesse now, Slater, and walks off stage. It was great.
You guys got to go check that out on YouTube. It's fantastic video. It's hilarious. Actually, Jeff is the one who brought it to my attention.
I have only seen the first release, like when they were announcing that. And that
the test
trailer was
footage?
amazing. Yes, that was.
Yeah.
I've never gone into the comics at all, but
I
when
love
I
the
saw
comics.
that, I
Oh,
was
they're so
really
good.
intrigued to see.
Now
it looks like it's going to be hilarious.
That was a successful use of guerrilla marketing.
Yeah.
Because they didn't have the funds to do the movie. They weren't basically, it was in limbo for so long. They basically spent their own money. They put it in that little scene that we were talking about that was out about a little under a year ago.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then they let it out there just, I think, when one of the big gaming conventions were going out.
And everybody went,
it hit the roof, and now we're getting what we want to do. And the other good news I heard about is that the possibility of doing Punisher again, but using the same R rating, depending on how Deadpool goes, which is, if you're a fan of the comics and you know Punisher, the best one was the Thomas Jane version of it.
Yeah.
Okay, he needs to be brought back in and be made to do that role. He did a little short. Did you see the short? Yeah, go ahead. Tell about
was
that.
Fantastic. It was he picked doing
That was
the
a
Fog.
song.
He picked doing the Fog, which was I believe it was
Stephen King.
a Stephen King book, which flopped. He picked that over doing a sequel to Punisher, and that was essentially his love letter asking to come back as the Punisher. He funded it. It was professionally done.
Yeah, look it up. Punisher, Dirty Laundry.
It's fantastic.
Thomas Jane is in it. It's about maybe 15, 20 minutes, maybe.
Yeah, it's roughly that, but it's
But that's the way that the Punisher movie should be done.
Yeah.
And I don't necessarily say you have to stick to the canon, but I want a dark, gritty kind of set.
Yeah.
That one's more reality-based if we went back to the Nolan version of Batman, and that's what I liked. I liked that part.
if they do a Punisher movie again, they have to bring back Thomas Jane. He did a fantastic job.
Well, guys,
Travolta killed that movie though. I can't stand that guy.
yeah, I don't mind him as an actor. I didn't like him in the movie either. But
I like how they drove him through the parking lot at the end.
That was pretty cool. But come on, it was like Perfect Skull. Come on,
all right,
stretch it a little bit.
we all know what time it is now, guys. The thing we've been doing for the past
They
3
don't know what it
episodes is Attack the Green Screen time. No, I'm just
Squirrel.
kidding. No, it's actually
like-
we're
like a
gonna
kid.
have Twitch talk with the FragCast. Any questions you guys have for us? Anything you'd like to see us talk about? Hit us up on
Q&A,
Twitch right
yeah,
now.
ask a
Anything you want to
question.
know, go ahead and throw it at us. I know there's about a 30-second to a minute delay. Give you guys time to think about it. Go ahead, hit us up with that. Right now, we're just going to go and do random banter and arm swings.
Well, we could talk about the one topic we did bring up was that the trailers. There's going to be an actual live trailer of the EA version of Battlefront. The
Oh yes. Actually, there's a little bit of sneak peek, like maybe 30-second clip of a cutscene of the Battlefront coming out. I watched it. It looks pretty exciting.
Yeah.
It reminds me of the Empire Strikes Back kind of with the snow speeders and all that. That's where it starts out from. But DICE is doing the game, and DICE is very popular with first-person shooters.
Very.
Now, Battlefront's always been a third-person, correct? But
Yes.
there's a little speculation that they might turn it into a first-person. We
There's
don't know
so
yet.
much room for failure in this. That's why I'm worried. That's just it. There's so much room for failure.
DICE does a pretty good job on the games that they've been putting out from them.
They have, but when an IP changes hands, you see a lot of issues.
Right, and again, it's open, but this is an IP. Like it's a great thing to have, basically, to be in control of. Because if you played Battlefronts 1 or 2, and I thought 2 was really, really good. I thought they really hit it out of the park. It was a great game. It told a great story. Like we were talking, even though it wasn't kind of a run around and take objectives and stuff, but the story is what really drew me in. When you're basically playing that whole game from the clone's point of view, which is where now that's why.
No, I'm not saying it's going to fail, but there's so much room for failure when it comes to this.
A lot of hype, but I think they're going to pull through. I really am hoping for it.
I really hope so. I mean, I'm a huge fan of Star Wars.
DICE is a really good development team. They really are with the Frostbite engine.
Yeah.
Frostbite engine is just fantastic. It's
Didn't
very,
DICE
The next
do
gen
the
consoles,
Mercenaries
I mean.
game?
They did Mercenaries. They did
Mercenaries was a great
Mirror's Edge.
Mirror's Edge. yeah.
Mirror's Edge.
Mirror's Edge is one of the best looking games from the last console generation. It was just bright. It was vibrant. It popped.
It's something different too. That's the whole thing.
It was really
We're,
different.
like Medal of Honor, Call of Duty. Stop putting out the same stuff over and over.
I would
It's
be
getting
okay.
a little ridiculous now.
I would be okay with those. And Battlefield isn't so much an annual anymore. Battlefield 4 came out a year and a half ago, and then they just released Hardline. Call of Duty.
Oh, God.
Now it's 3 developers.
Yeah, there's 3 different
Yeah,
developers.
so it's every summer
I
they're
can't
going to
even
be
get
pumping
through
out
one Call of
another.
Duty game before they're coming out with another one.
But, Call of Duty, it can't be an annual title anymore. Just say the same thing with Ubisoft and the Assassin's Creed games. Those are annuals now, and they're just crap.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, a fine example was what you were saying last week was Unity. Came out, they're trying to rush them. You guys were talking about delays.
Yeah.
I don't care about delays. Delay it all you want.
As
Just
long
give me
as
a
it's
good
good.
product at the end of it. So when I spend my $60, not only for me, but then I got to buy for kids too, because Knockdown's going to want his own copy.
yeah. But the big thing with that is
Just don't make me regret that. decision.
yeah, like,
Yeah.
and we talked about this vaguely last night with everything going on with that developers are catching wind that people don't want a day one patch. I don't want to have to download a 4 gig patch for a game that just came out today.
Right.
I think every game does that now. So
I get a game, I get excited, I go home, I want to play it, and I plug it in, and now I
I
can
get-
wait.
no,
What did happen to Borderlands?
Borderlands, I had it.
Well, no.
3-hour
Borderlands did
download.
that. It was because they gave you all the DLC.
Yeah, it was all the DLC.
all on there, and they couldn't put it on the disc.
Yeah, no.
So that's an okay one for me because
okay.
it was also free. Tell you, they're doing it the right way. They were putting out episodic DLC very consistently, and they weren't charging you for it because they were like, hey, you already did. They were giving out keys for different weapons and different skins constantly, and they weren't charging for it. They weren't nickel and diming you, which is why I will always go and buy one of their games, and I'll stay away from the larger companies. It's just not worth it.
Oh, definitely. But yeah, it's getting more frequent where you might get a small patch, which 1 or 2 bugs slipping through the cracks is perfectly fine in my opinion. But having a 3 to 4 gig patch on day one is just horrible.
Yes.
Well, I don't mean to interrupt anybody, guys, but we actually have run out of time for today's podcast. I know we started a little bit late. We've had some technical issues with our fantastic green screen technology here. But what we're going to do now is we're going to talk a little bit about some stuff for EmeraldValeGames.com. You guys want to go on there and check out their website. We actually have there was no question. I see nobody wants to ask any questions today, so no, it's fine.
Right, whatever.
But go ahead, EmeraldValeGames.com, check out the website. They're going to be soon the only distributor in the United States for Blood Bowl miniatures. Tabletop game, super green screen.
A lot of fun.
Amazing game. I play it all the time. Yeah, we both play it. We're both in a league. They actually have a tournament coming up soon. It's called the Hookie Bowl. I'm going to show you guys. Might be able to see it. It's based off of Ferris Bueller's Day Off. And it's going to be an amazing tournament. It looks like a lot of fun. Unfortunately, I'm not going to attend. My boss here will. He's actually my boss at work during my day job. And,
that's why he's the boss.
And that's why he's,
Who's
the boss?
That's going to be on April 17th. They got some other fantastic stuff coming up. And also, their 1-year anniversary is actually on, I believe they said April 11th.
April 11th it was.
Yeah, their 1-year anniversary. So congrats to Emerald Vale Games. Give them a little clap, guys. They've been around for a little bit here. And
definitely go check out their website if you can. They have a lot of good stuff there. Very passionate owner, so this is where you want to be.
Up there. That's them.
Yep.
See, guys? That's them.
Also, bloodbowlblog.com.
Yes.
Bloodbowlblog.com. Good friend of ours. He runs that site. Fantastic
us out.
site. You want to go in there. If you guys are ever interested in learning anything about Blood Bowl, go check out that website.
Yeah.
Great website. A lot of features on there. And it's
Can we give
very
Emerald
informative.
Vale's website out one more time?
EmeraldValeGames.com.
Yeah, EmeraldValeGames.com. And you'll also see on the top there, obviously, RefragNation.com. Unfortunately, recently, we have suffered a setback. We were actually hacked, and our website went through some troubles. We're fixing it now. We were hoping to go live for you guys this weekend. I apologize. We were not able to do that. We're doing our best to get everything up and running for you for Monday. We're going to try our best to get it for Monday. I can't guarantee anything yet, but follow us on Twitter, and you will see Twitter/RefragNation or at RefragNation.
Yeah.
Follow us on there. We're going to be doing all kinds of announcements and letting everybody know where we're at with it. But
worst case scenario, by Monday, the site will be live minus user registration.
yes.
That's the worst case scenario. I've been working 12, 14 hours a day on the site just to get it back up and running.
Yeah.
It's been nonstop. That's why the YouTube hasn't really been updated lately. Last night was actually the first time I played any kind of video games in like 2 or 3 days.
Well, it sucks, It hurt us a lot.
Yeah.
And I feel bad for the community because, like I said, we're all about the community and you guys. And we wanted to give you this amazing site, and we're going to still give it to you. It's just going to take us a little bit longer. But before I give it to Adam to go send us out, I just want to say a big thank you to Marty and Jeff for coming out today.
No problem.
Thank you.
Unfortunately for the green screen giving us troubles, but it was a fun podcast. I'm glad they came out. You guys got to meet the other founders of RefragNation.com. And one quick announcement before I go that I almost forgot about. You'll be hearing about it soon. We're going to announce it next week, hopefully. We're going to be running a Smash Brothers tournament here at Emerald Vale Games.
Be all live.
And it will be all live. We're going to stream it live. We're going to have commentation. It's going to be a great time, guys. Make sure you stay tuned for that. And on that point, I'm going to pass it over to Adam, and he's going to go ahead and give you guys the closing announcements.
Well, for you guys here on Twitch, thank you very much for tuning in, taking the time out of your busy days. If you haven't done already, hit that follow button to get notified when we go live. If you are following or watching on YouTube, make sure you hit that like button if you like the video. Hit the subscribe button if you want to see more in the future. And as always, we will see you next time.
Yep.
Take care.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye.